I'm Loretta, the queen of authenticity and the bitch of not giving a fuck. So let's teach you my way of life and why it's the best and how you can do it. Back again, back to back to the O's. So today, can you see that? My grandma braided my hair in a interior style way in order for it to grow a bit. So that's what I have here. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. She's gonna rebraid it later, but she was cooking, so she was like, I can't do it all the way how you want, the style you want right now, so we're gonna go with this one. Okay, but I would look cute bald. Damn, my face cards is let's give it something. Girl, West African, stand the fuck up. Yeah, let's get into how to be authentic today. The fairy godmother is back. But my first video on this page actually talks about how to be authentic from a very self-expressive person, so I recommend you to go watch that. But to start this video, we're gonna talk about solitude and the importance of it. When you're alone, away from friends, family, music, social media, and all those types of things, those instant gratifications, the distractions, when you're just alone in your room, sitting on your bed, no headphones in, maybe reading a book is the only thing I can really think of, because I read a lot if you watch my videos. When you're just alone in thought a lot, and you also simultaneously are going through something, because everyone is always going through something, and if you're not learning, you're not growing. So I think the important part of authenticity is to be alone in question of your life, in question of your purpose, in question of your journey. And especially when you're feeling really deep emotions, this is the perfect time to understand yourself and recognize who you are for who you are. And the things you learn when you're alone in deep thought, and especially in deep emotion of those thoughts, it allows you to be vulnerable with yourself. And when you're vulnerable with yourself, you have the ability to coddle yourself, to love yourself, why you're feeling that way, why it happened to you. As I just said, question your life. You become conscious of your life and its importance, your life importance, those around you's life's importance to your life, because everyone in your life is a mirror, and everyone in your life is a commodity to teach you something about yourself. They're worthy, they're valuable, whether pain or whether love, and you can truly understand yourself in solitude when you start to invest in your emotions and in your turmoils and in even the good things in life. Being in solitude and thought without music, people, family, opinions allows you to know yourself in a different, more intimate, more sexier way. Like, you know yourself so well that when you're going through life, because you spend so much time with alone, when you're going through life, you're also developing the skill of getting something out of life every single time and be like, oh, I'm just this way. Like, you know how you can like easily recall why your boyfriend or girlfriend is a certain way, or why your best friend is a certain way, or how they see things. Everything you can see about your best friend that they are, see yourself for who you are, love yourself for what you are and who you are and why you are. Authenticity roots in self-knowledge, and self-knowledge is the power to authenticity. To say it shortly, you need to be in solitude, you need to be bold in who you are alone, you need to understand yourself alone, you need to go through emotions alone. I will share on my Pinterest today a poem that I wrote, or maybe not today, but soon, because it's a really good poem about authenticity and self and who I am, but who I'm not, and who I can be, and how I deal with self-knowledge and self-depth. And so I'll share that, and I think it will really touch your soul. and your mind to be who you are, because that's who I am. When I write that poem, that is who I am, and that is what I represent in the period of life, in the present moment that I'm in right now. So I will give that as a gift to you guys. But solitude is the key to genuinely seeing yourself for who you are. And even reading, I always promote reading, even if it's on your phone or online article. Read, read, because then you get to understand your self perceptions, or understand perceptions about other people's stories. Reflect on yourself, see how it resonates, create your own stories, want your own things, want your own dreams. And that is when you just start being strong and what you know and what you do and what you like to do and all these things. You develop hobbies and you develop insights and perspectives and notions, and it's all just a beautiful kaleidoscope of beauty. So solitude is beautiful, to know yourself and to hold the power of authenticity. Next, once you start to know yourself, like being alone, because you have to like it. You can't always look for, okay, not next. In being alone, you also find joy in starting to know yourself, just like how you start to know your best friend. And so it becomes you and yourself. You guys are best friends. You guys dance together, you guys joke around, you guys make fun of each other, you know, you and you. It's you versus you always. And so it's really important to cultivate solitude and loneliness. And it's so defamed as a bad thing, but it's such a good thing to love to be alone, because you don't need the validation of a body next to you just to say, oh yeah, I have a friend, oh yeah, I have this person, oh yeah, I have that person. It's like, no, like, I don't need that person, I want that person, because I have myself. I need myself. I have myself. I want that person. If that person wants me back, we're going to be a beautiful duo. We're going to be a beautiful couple. We're going to be beautiful friends. We're going to be a beautiful relationship. Otherwise, if you don't have yourself, you can't have anyone else. So you need to have yourself, know yourself in solitude to cultivate stronger relationships with in the external world. And the love that you pour into yourself inevitably goes onto the relationships you choose to have. Okay, baby girl? So yeah, that brings me to my second point, where it's once you get to know yourself and you have yourself and you understand yourself, and it's not understand, you're really essentially understanding, because life is a process, is a growth, it's a journey. And until you're a code in your casket, that's when it stops. So when you're living, live, be light, and keep growing, because you're a plant, you're a tree. New Orleans trees are so big and strong, so full of life, so full of love. That's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. So next, once you hold yourself and you keep growing and you know yourself and you have yourself, you're gonna want to be yourself. When you are being yourself, your true self, you are being confident in your values, in your walk, in your talk, in how you eat, and how you dress, and what jewelry you wear, and how you wear your hair, and how you sing, and how you dance. You know, I dance really bad, but I fell in love with that. Like, all I want to do is move my body. Like, all I want to do is, like, I just want to move my hips. Like, I just want to move my little butt. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to dance, you know? So you want to be yourself. You want to take, after you've done like the treacherous healing and learning about yourself, you want to be yourself, and you want to stand in yourself, and you want to find yourself within yourself, or become the self that you want to be. It's a two-way street, you know what I mean? You can find yourself, realize, hey, this isn't who I want to be, and change it. Or you can find yourself and be like, I love myself, and this is who I want to be, and this is healthy. Always recognize if it's healthy or not, because I'm not going to promote being a bad person. So even to yourself, like, don't be a bad person to yourself, but be the best version of yourself that you can be for yourself and for the world and for your relationships, and be so dang it. Like, be that girl, be that man, be that person that just is so confident in who you are. And if you are not confident in who you are, either watch my confidence video on how to be extremely confident, or create a version of yourself that is just top tier untouchable, unfuckable with confidence, and always be the best. Like, always be the best self that you can be or that you want. You can always design new versions of yourself. I think I died like 10 times in the past 4 years. Like, I was even gonna say like 4 years. I died almost 10 times. I'm sitting in front of you as a new person. Next month, I'll be sitting in front of you as a new person. You know what I mean? Last week I was a whole different person. This week I'm a whole entire new person. You know what I mean? You can always create, design, and evolve. That's the beauty of life. So when you're with yourself, get to know yourself so good. Be alone so much that you know who, whatever your name is, you know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are, and you can dance and smile in that. And it's a euphoric feeling. That's how you truly know you are authentic, when you're euphoric alone in who you are. Like, when you're that confident, you're that much of yourself and that much honest with yourself of who you are, it and you give yourself self-compassion and omit judgment from that image of self that you are. That's the best version of yourself. That's the most confident. That's the most inspiring. That's the most educated. You're free from anyone else's opinions or thoughts about you. Anybody's like, ooh, what is she doing? Ugh. Like, you're gonna be free of all that because you don't even judge yourself. And I have a video on how inner judgments reflects outer judgment. I totally recommend you watch that. You are the first person that protects yourself before the world can not hurt you. That is something I just came up with, but a motto that I've basically lived. Like, if I protect myself, I'm protected in this world. Like, yes, the inevitable happens. The world can be dangerous and the world can be beautiful. And I choose to be beautiful to myself and safe to myself and self-loyal to myself. And therefore, the world is just loyal to me and the things that I want to do. And it's beautiful and it shows me the beauty every single day and every single step of the way and every single present moment. You know what I mean? So you need to amplify to yourself, to your understanding, to your mind, that you love who you are and you have created a person that nobody can tame, and a version of yourself that no one can hurt, no one can belittle, no one can shame, no one can do anything, because not because they can't, but because you don't do it to yourself. You give yourself the best things, you tell yourself the best things, you love the most weirdest, most controversial, most different, like all those dichotomies of yourself. You love them, okay? That is truly how you detach from society's judgments. That brings me to my point of, within all of those unnecessary opinions of the world, you find peace and you find self-respect within your respectable endeavors of life. I think everyone has a different dream. Like, when I didn't want to go to college anymore, everyone was telling me, you're a Black woman, you need your degree, you need this, you need that. And I was like, in my other video, I think I said the same thing. How about I do what I want to do and you do what you want to do, and we go on about that. I'm really a meme, bro. I don't even know how I remember that off the top of my head. But seriously, how about I do what I want to do and you do what you want to do, and we go about that? Because life is a journey. If I figure 5 years from now, 1 year from now, that I want to go back to college, I can go back to college. I can do anything, because this life is so giving. This life is so powerful. This universe is so inspiring, and I know myself so much. I'm so authentic in myself because I've been in solitude, I've been in deep emotion, I've been in self-acceptance. I've done all those things so deeply, so gravely, that my dreams just got bigger and my belief just got bigger. That is what has made me so authentic, so bold, so defiant, so against what society respects as conventional. And I just lived out of that shell, and I've always been happy. I've always did Loretta. You know, that's the freedom that comes with authenticity, and that's what I want you to do. Respect your dreams, be unconventional as fuck, walk in power of who you are. That is the vitamin of authenticity. And I just taught you like a lot of things that I learned and I do religiously, like subconsciously. I just choose myself, choose my dreams. You have to be 10 toes behind what you want to do in life. Everybody can't go to college. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't be an artist. Everybody can't be a lawyer. I was hoping that it didn't hurt my phone. Everybody can't be everybody. Everybody's different. Everybody has different selves. Everybody has a different shaped heart. Everybody cannot do what everybody else is doing. I for sure can't. I for sure won't. And I know that because I'm so confident in myself. And so that is my big one on authenticity. This video is probably way better than my first video. So growth to me from 8 months ago. And yeah, so that's my take on authenticity. I really love you guys. A Laur update, bitch. I started a new page. I haven't made a YouTube for it. It's called Laur Talks Fitness. You can find me on there for my fitness routine. I've been newly vegan as fuck. It's not that hard. I changed like this as soon as I discovered the horrors of a lot of things. I encourage you to go find that on your own because I don't think it's my job to genuinely change anyone because everyone has the ability to learn, and I think that is part of life, learning. So I really encourage my watchers, my viewers, my followers, the people that I can inspire in any way to do your own research beyond society's constructional wisdom, beliefs, or whatever. I'm very unconventional. This page is essentially called Rewire and Live, and it was supposed to give a lot of unconventional thoughts and a better way of living life through your mind. But I think I'm really going to get into that on my podcast right now. I'm looking more into healing people through words and change of thought, like Rewire and Live initially was first doing. But yeah, so do your own research. I'm vegan as fuck. I'm vegan. I can't do meat anymore. It's actually depressing. And I can't. It's just, I think my body was telling me for so long that I wanted to be vegan because I would always, like, I drink oat milk. I like oat milk. I stopped drinking like heavy whole milk. Every time, like, it would be like every time we freshly cook food, because I'm African, so we are very, very meat-based household, but we're also a very deep vegetable household, so I think, like, that gave me like an upper hand in just overnight becoming vegan because I was just already eating so much vegetables and, like, teas and gingers and stuff, like I said in my other video. But I don't know, I think my body was always just telling me through sense, through sickness, through my period. Like, I was like, why do I feel like this? And sometimes I wouldn't even be eating junk food. Like, I was cutting out junk food for the mere reason that I didn't want to feel like shit. And now that I'm vegan, I feel a little bit better than when, and like now I just don't eat like junk food. Like, I make snacks all the time, consists of fruits, seeds, popcorns, Indian korma, veggie korma, kimchi. Like, it's so good, and I already know how to cook because I know how to cook African food. So if you know how to cook African food, then imagine how good my vegan food is. Yeah, so I'm just my body feels clean. I feel good. I'm a new person again because now I'm vegan. Like, I don't know. I just feel good, and I feel like I'm living in my truth. I'm in alignment, and yeah, that's kind of like the Laur update. I'm learning a lot. I'm reading a lot, and tomorrow I'll be back with another video. I love you guys. See you later. I hope you guys learned something, and if you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also, tell me what you guys want to know from me because I have a lot of wisdom at the sharp age of 19. I keep saying that. I have a lot of wisdom, and you know, I can go off what I know people need to hear, but I also want to know what people want to hear. So please leave a comment on any advice, tips that you want, whether it's about self-help, life, more of those things, because that's what this page is about. And I will definitely soon be trying to put out my podcast and start my unconventional talks, where that is really gonna set the fuck off and be great, because my phone is filled of hundreds of ideas that came from this little heart of mine that needs to talk about a lot of conventional things that need to be deconstructed in society. So yeah, love you guys. Bye. See you soon. In being alone, you also find I may have to re-record this. No, I'm just gonna keep going.